Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. You know what, maybe I should move the mic a little bit closer to me. Welcome to I'm a Mess today because I just found out some very interesting news. But we're gonna ignore that. So, today, we're doing something very, very different. So I recently made an account on the service called Woovit, Woovit, I believe. And they are a platform designed for helping video
Now you must die.
Lauren, thank you so much for the 5 bits. I really, really appreciate it. So anyway, I found out Woovit, and it's supposed to help video game publishers and video game content creators do more collaboration type things to allow for content creators to get a hold of games that new games that are getting published. And even though I am a much smaller channel, I actually had access to some of the offers because I have more than 100 subscribers on YouTube and more than 100 subscribers on Twitch. So I thought it would be fun to do like a quick little stream trying out one of these games. I did receive this game for free in exchange for either doing a stream or making a video of this game. So just the heads up, there's nothing in the agreement of I have to like it, but I do, you know, since I got it for free, I'm supposed to make a video of it. AJ Raptor Studios, welcome to the stream. It's really nice to see you. So we're going to get going with this thing called Strawberry Vinegar. We're going to stream this really quickly today. I'm dealing with some stress, so I hope that this can help me chill the hell out. Because I might have to go back to work. Oh, that's very loud in my ears. I need to fix that. Why is that so loud? Alright, Strawberry Vinegar. Okay, that's a bit better. Oh gosh, where's the... Okay. I was like, where was the thing? Okay, I'm gonna do quick text speed because that's just what I prefer. Okay. No stress and geez, that's loud. Yeah, I'm sorry! I didn't mean to make it loud! No stress. I'm doing my best. I'm hoping that this can help out. We'll see. New game, let's go. I don't know what this is about, really. Feed me or I'll reap your soul. Day 1, Monday! Hey there, Rie. How are you feeling on this beautiful sunny day? I feel fine, thank you. I stifle a yawn with one hand as I slip into my seat at the kitchen table. I'm a responsible girl, so I always wake up early in the morning, but that doesn't mean I like doing it. In fact, I hate it. I mean mood. The sunlight hurts my eyes. I'm forced to turn my head away from the open window and toward the wooden tabletop. I always thought this wooden table clashed with the meticulously white, incredibly Western decor of our kitchen, but I've gotten used to it over the years. I think this table used to belong to Grandma Nozomi, so Dad would never throw it away. Is this a love life? It's a precious keepsake of his mother. Not that she's dead or anything. She's just been refurbishing her house, and she got rid of it she got rid of some of her old furniture. I bet other people would find my kitchen weird. Not just my kitchen, but my whole house, which is distinctly non-Japanese, but that doesn't bother me. It's not like I ever invite anybody over. Aw. Oh. Okay, that's a very interesting top. That does not look comfortable. Mom sits at the table, one leg crossed over the other, reading the newspaper. Dad is busy serving breakfast. White rice, pickled cucumbers, and miso soup. Ooh. Okay, a very Japanese-style breakfast. Miso soup is good for all times of the day. Dad's a pretty good cook, so he makes most of the meals at home. He has a whole drawer full of aprons to pick and choose from, and his greatest pleasure in life seems to be selecting which one to wear each morning. I mean, if you gotta wear an apron for stuff, you might as well. Mom, by contrast, doesn't like cooking that much. Her fingernails are long and carefully filed, and she hates it when they splinter or get dirty. Mom is a popular actress, and she cares a lot about her appearance. You might have heard of her. Her name is Shirakawa Yukine. I hope I didn't butcher that too much. Mom and Dad are pretty dissimilar, but they get along well enough. I don't think I've ever heard them argue before. I mean, who cares if it's the guy or the girl that does the cooking, as long as somebody cooks. And if one partner likes to cook and the other doesn't, cool, you work it out. I'm glad to know you're feeling alright, Rie, and you'll feel even better after you try this. Breakfast looks good, just like always. The fluffy white rice is perfectly cooked. The pickled cucumbers have been cut into precise coin-sized shapes, and they've been glazed with vinegar so they seem to shimmer. The miso soup is light brown, neither too thick nor too thin, and it's been bulked up with white cubes of silken tofu and diced spring onions. Fuck yeah, anime food! The onions float lazily on the surface of the soup, while the heavier tofu sinks to the bottom, absorbing the flavor of the fish stock and soybeans. That's a pretty chill-looking breakfast. I can get behind that. I pick up my chopsticks and bow my head. Itadakimasu! There's no need to thank me, Rie. I'd do anything for you. I don't doubt it. Dad likes cooking for me. He doesn't have anyone else to pamper since Mom's always dieting. I'm glad Dad likes looking after me, but the look of expectation on his face as I bring my chopsticks to my mouth is kinda disconcerting. He's so obsessed with watching me eat that he hasn't touched his own food at all. If I told him I didn't like his food, I think he'd cry. That's a lot of responsibility to place on the shoulders of an elementary schooler, don't you think? Fortunately, the food tastes just as good as it looks. The pickled cucumbers crunch satisfyingly when I bite into them, and their coolness contrasts nicely with the warm miso soup. So, what do you think? Do you like it?
It's good.
Thank goodness. I wasn't too sure about the pickled cucumbers. I usually let them sit in the fridge a little longer. I thought the vinegar might be too overpowering.
No, it's nice. It goes well with the rice. It creates a good contrast, I suppose?
That's exactly what I was going for. Thank you, Rie. Dad reaches across the table to ruffle the top of my head. Ning. He's a little overenthusiastic with the show's affection, actually, and he almost knocks over Mom's cup of green tea. Careful, dear. I'm sorry, Yuki. It's alright, just try to be a bit more attentive next time. And, if you're really interested, Dad's name is Sakuraba Kazuki. Unlike Mom, you've probably never heard of him. There's a reason why Mom and Dad don't have the same family name, but it's not that important. I know it's unusual! But don't worry about it, I don't think my parents ever do. You should try to remember that some of us have filming to do later today. I don't want to turn up with tea all over my new dress. It costs quite a bit, you know? That Sato, that grumpy old nag, would have my head if I dared arrive looking less than perfect. I'm sorry. I know how hard you've been working. I don't want to make things more difficult for you. So, did you read anything interesting in the paper? Nothing terribly exciting. Things have been so dull lately. Isn't that a good thing? I prefer it when things are calm and quiet. Well, you may have a point. I was hoping for more bloody murders, though. Oh my god. This woman, though! Let's not talk about murder at the breakfast table. Especially around Rie. Rie, you'll upset her. I think Rie is old enough to understand the finite nature of human life by now. We all must shuffle off this mortal coil eventually. Maybe so, but do we need to be reminded of that right now? Perhaps not. You're right. Sorry. I've been working on this hospital drama for too long. There are only so many dying teenage girls one can handle in a day. Oh my god. And speaking of work, I ought to get going. Don't want to be late. Mom takes one last sip of her tea, then sets the cup down on the table with a small thud. The life of an actress must be pretty hectic. She's always in a hurry, and she hardly ever seems to have any free time. I wonder if Dad misses her. If he does, he doesn't say it. He's always been unfailingly supportive of Mom and her endeavors. Have a good day, Yuki. Take care of yourself. I will, dear. Mom blows a kiss at Dad, then pauses by my chair for a few moments. And Rie, I did read something in the paper I thought you might like to hear.
What?
It said this week should be particularly eventful for you Virgos. Apparently, you'll encounter new friends, have many new experiences, and face a series of great challenges. Doesn't that sound exciting?
I guess.
Well, I suppose it would be good news if horoscopes were any accurate measure of the world around us. They're always so vague and unfixed. Only superstitious fools set much store in them.
But you read them in the newspaper every week.
That's because they're romantic! Oh my god. I don't believe in them, but it's nice to imagine that the stars really can determine our fates.
I don't get it.
It's fine, you don't need to. I was just being silly. Mom winks. I bet all the boys in my class would love it if she winked like that at them. I think they all have crushes on her. Even some of my teachers have crushes on her. I just thought I should warn you, if horoscopes are at all accurate, you might be in for quite an interesting week. Mom exits the kitchen with a small laugh. She waves at us over her shoulder, but she doesn't turn around. She's far too cool for that. It's like she just left an explosion. Like, cool kids don't look at explosions. I'm gonna adjust my lighting real quick. Yeah, that's a bit better. My hair's still a little wet from my shower. Oops.
I know Dad certainly thinks so.
Even after all these years, Yuki is still so mysterious. She's so cool. Oh my god. See? Told you so. Okay, I'll go and reply to that later. Unlike Mom, Dad's pretty predictable. I can always preempt what he's going to say. I rise from my seat and walk over to the fridge. I feel like having a glass of milk, though it doesn't go well with miso soup. Milk is nice and refreshing, and it helps keep the bones strong. You're supposed to be 9! But the milk that should be there is not. It's vanished. We can't have drunk it that quickly, though. There was a full carton of it yesterday. Was this the work of a thief? A poltergeist? Or else...
Dad, were you giving our milk away to the neighborhood cats again?
So you caught me out, huh? Totally predictable, like I said. Matt Lindsay Productions, welcome to the stream. Nice to see ya. I'm sorry, Rie. I'll buy you some milk from the store later if you want any.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll get some myself on the way back from school.
But since I'm the one who gave all the milk away, I should be the one to buy more, shouldn't I?
Don't worry about it. I meant to buy some things from the convenience store anyway. This will give me an excuse to finally do it.
You're 9! Ah, I see. How clever.
Not really. Anyway, I'm heading out now.
You're supposed to be 9! This Monday morning really is the same as the last Monday morning, and the one before that, and the one before that. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened, and it'll probably stay that way. Horoscopes? What a load of nonsense. School is dull, just as always. I try to focus, but it's a sunny day, and the characters in my textbook start blurring together. I rub my eyes with the back of my arm, but it makes no difference. What's wrong with me today? Push-ups? Oh, okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Let's actually intermission screen for this. Alright, I'll do some push-ups for you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You also redeemed play the flute, so what could I play for you today? I need to back up a little bit or turn down the gain, one of the two. Where's the peg? Okay, playing flute right after push-ups. Not the best idea. I honestly thought you were going to play the Super Mario death sound. Fair enough. I should have. Also, Matt Lindsay Productions, thanks for the dun-na-na-na. Didn't get to hear it because I was on the floor doing push-ups. Window seats like mine are regarded with great jealousy by my fellow classmates, but I hate sitting here. Oh, wait. What's wrong with me today? Oops. Okay, I guess I somehow hit a back button. These seats are good if you want to waste your education staring into the sky, trying to look mysterious, but they're not so good if you actually want to take notes. Don't do it again. That sounded very tiring. Fair enough. When lunchtime rolls around, I end up sitting alone, as per usual. The room fills with chatter, but I don't say a word. My lips remain clamped together. I only open them so I can eat my lunch. It's not like I'm lonely or anything, though, so please don't misunderstand. I'm not being bullied either. I could go talk to people if I wanted to. I just don't. I like being on my own. My mother's pretty famous, so I get asked questions about her a lot. It's always, your mother's so pretty, Rie, or could your mother introduce me to Yamada, Rie, or just how rich is your mother anyway, Rie? It's never, how are you today, Rie? Could you help me with my homework, Rie? Or did you catch that TV show that was on yesterday evening, Rie? Nobody asks me about me. That's probably because they're not interested in me. I learned that a long time ago. My horoscope this morning might have said something about making new friends, but I don't want any friends, new or old. In all honesty, I can't stand other people. Mood. It's absolute mood.
I think they should be finished by now.
I put my pen down and get to my feet, stretching. That's actually a really cute outfit, though. Holy crap. Also, llamas. Are those like real Akumas dressed as llamas? Because that's adorable. The bones in my arms click alarmingly. I wonder if I should take this as a sign. Maybe I should drink more milk. Well, that's not my fault. I try to drink my milk, but somebody keeps getting in the way. Does Dad care about the homeless cats that stalk our streets more than he cares about me, his only daughter? I wouldn't put it past him. He goes berserk over anything small, cute, and fluffy. Well, I bought some milk on the way home from school, so I guess I can have a glass of it now. That wasn't the only thing I bought either. I also picked up some butter, cocoa powder, and eggs. Ooh. I apologize for being a little late. I was watching Paramount Plus. Oh, do not worry about it. Like, show up when and however you can. I appreciate that you're here at all. I hope what you were watching was good. Most people don't know this. I don't have anyone to tell. But I really like baking. It's a hobby I picked up from Dad since he's always in the kitchen. I didn't go to kindergarten when I was a kid. I stayed home with Dad and he looked after me. I was too small to see over the tops of the kitchen counters back then, so Dad got me a stool to stand on. I don't need that stool anymore, but I think we still have it lying around the house somewhere. Dad isn't the most reliable of people, but he was a good teacher. Some might question the safety of giving a 4-year-old girl a sharp knife, or letting her stir soup over the oven, but Dad kept a careful eye on me, and I never cut or burnt myself. He taught me a lot of useful things, like how to peel potatoes, how to cut onions without crying, and how to tell when chicken is cooked all the way through. Baking was always my favorite, though. I like sprinkling flour over the counters and rolling out dough with the wooden pin. I especially liked cutting out shapes in the dough with all the different cookie cutters Dad had stashed away in the kitchen cupboards. It used to feel rewarding when the cookies or pies or pastries Dad and I made came out of the oven, piping hot, ready to be eaten. I still enjoy baking now. That's what I was doing earlier before I made a start on my homework. I saw these cute cookies on a TV show that looked like little chessboards, along with alternating black and white squares. As soon as I saw them, I knew how to try making them. The sweet smell of warm dough that drifts from downstairs is delicious. It's almost like it's calling out to me. I hum to myself in higher spirits than usual as I head downstairs. I wonder what I should eat my cookies with. Yeah, I figured they were those kind of cookies. Milk is always a good choice. Warm cookies, fresh out of the oven, so hot they scald the fingertips, are even more delicious when paired with the cool, refreshing milk. You right. But maybe I could try coffee instead. The bitterness of coffee beans mixed with the sweetness of the cookies would create a great contrast. You are 9! Then again, hot chocolate might be nice too. There are so many options, it's hard to pick just one. But when I open the kitchen door, I see something, or someone rather, who definitely shouldn't be there. It's a girl. She looks about my age, maybe slightly younger. Her hair is short and blonde, curling around her face like a halo. I don't think I've ever seen somebody with such pretty hair before. Her hair isn't the only unusual thing about her, though. Far from it. Is it just my imagination, or does she have curly horns protruding from the top of her head? And just there, peeking out from the bottom of her shirt. Shirt. Is that a tail? Human food really is delicious. I look at the oven. The door is wide open, and the tray of cookies that should be baking inside, it is not. Somebody must have stolen my cookies. With my incredible deductive skills, it doesn't take me very long to work out who the culprit is.
Hey, who are you and what do you think you're doing in my house?
The girl blinks. Her eyes are bright red, like precious jewels. Her eyelashes, however, are so pale they're almost white. Not in that illustration. If those eyelashes weren't there to offset her burning irises, I might be frozen to the spot or turned to stone. The girl crunches the last cookie, my cookie, beneath her teeth and swallows. Then she gets to her feet and stabs an accusatory finger in my direction. What are you doing here? Why is she talking like I'm the one who broke into her house? Doesn't she have any decency? That's a very interesting top of the dress, like with the stripes. It's interesting. Judging by her ridiculous outfit, maybe not. What do you mean, what am I doing here? What are you doing here? I came here on an important mission. To eat the cookies I just made? Not that. That was just collateral. What are you talking about? I'm saying you're very, very lucky. My name is Lycia Dia Ivlis, and I am a demon from the deepest, darkest depths of hell. I was sent here to reap your soul. Excuse me, Nani the fuck. Silence descends. I stare at her. She stares back. Of all the ridiculous things, I certainly didn't expect that. My soul. That's right. However, since I'm a nice demon, I'll give you another chance to redeem yourself. I'll stay with you for a week. If you can make me something nice to eat every single day, then I'll let you live. Feed me or I'll reap your soul. How does that sound? Is she seriously asking me that? She's asking me what I think? Ooh, I've got choices now. I've got choices. What on earth are you talking about? You want to know what I think? I think if you really are a demon, then you should know what I'm thinking already. You've got it all wrong. I can't read minds. That's a really high-level skill. Don't you have any magical powers at all? Why don't you try showing them to me? Maybe I'll believe you then. I'm sorry, but I'm only a young demon. I'm not very good at using magic yet. If I tried, I'd probably hurt you. Anyway, if you don't make me lots of delicious food, I really will reap your soul. I'm not kidding around. I'm being serious. Is my soul so cheap it's only worth a few cookies? Granted, they were pretty nice cookies. At least I assume they were since I never actually got to eat any of them. But still. I'd like to think that a genuine human soul carries a higher price than that on the black market. Otherwise, I might start questioning the worth of my own life. Oh no, of course not. Human souls are precious things. That's why I'm asking you to let me stay here. If you don't want me to steal your soul, then you should try to make me lots of delicious food to balance out the books. You say that, but I think you're just being greedy. Maybe. We can't get what we want in life unless we ask for it. That's what Lucrezia tells me, and she's super smart. She's made a killing on the stock market. I don't know who this Lucrezia person is, but I don't ask. I have other things on my mind. I'm sure I'll make you food. I look Lycia up and down, frowning. What can I say to her? I don't know if this is a prank or not, but she seems awfully committed. Moreover, she does have those horns in that tail. There's a chance they could be fake, but... A sudden shiver shakes down my spine. There's something strange about this girl's tail. Stranger than the fact that she has a tail to begin with, I mean. It isn't sitting there static, like a piece of plastic or a cheap prop in a school play. It's moving. Assumptions are good. Too bad she couldn't have any cookies. Right? Let Rie have the cookies. 2021. The tail that peeks out from the back of her shirt is, unmistakably, pulsating, like something alive. Something warm and fleshy with bones and muscles. As much as I want to, I can't believe that this is just a prank. This girl really is a demon. A real demon.
Alright, Lycia. Suppose I'll listen to what you have to say for now.
Yay, does that mean you're going to make me lots of delicious food? Are you going to make me delicious food right now?
No, there's still one hurdle you must overcome if you want to be welcomed into my family.
A hurdle?
That's right. It could be the biggest challenge you've ever had to face in your demonic little life.
This Lycia girl might have met any manner of horrible ghouls and goblins and fallen angels in her time, but I doubt she's ever had to face a being quite as cynical, quite as sarcastic, and quite as terrifying as my mother. That is a mood. That is a mood. Holy crap. Darn it, can she just join already? Oh my gosh, she's so cute. She looks like a regular Shirley Temple. Then again, maybe not. Her eyes are so big and her hair is so soft. She's just like a doll.
And what did you say your name was, dear? Licia? That's right, my name is Licia dia Ivlis.
What a pretty name. It must be foreign. Where do you come from, dear?
I come from Hell, of course.
Hell? Is that in Norway? Is that in Norway? I think so. I've never been very good with geography. She looks Slavic, though, doesn't she? Oh my god. I must say I'm impressed. Your Japanese is perfect.
Thank you. I've been studying.
And why did you want to come to Japan?
Because I want to eat lots of food. Reprie's soul.
You young girls and your imaginations. I was always playing fantasy games when I was little too, pretending I could use magic and whatnot. I don't remember reaping any souls, though. Just men's hearts, right, Yuki? You know it. So, Licia, are you going to be staying here long? Is this part of some cultural exchange program?
Aren't you listening? There's no cultural exchange program. She really is a demon.
This is just so silly. Agreed. Agreed. Don't be silly, Rie. She might be from Norway, but that doesn't mean she's a demon. God damn it. That's right. Calling this young girl a demon just because her culture is a bit different from your own is too cruel. We didn't raise you to be so unaccepting.
But she has horns and a tail. How do you explain that?
It must be a fashion trend. I've seen Stranger Things in magazines. Personally, I think these horns are really cute. They go nicely with your outfit, Licia. Thank you very much. And she's polite, too. What a perfect little lady.
A perfect lady? Yeah, right.
If she really was perfect, she wouldn't have threatened to steal my soul. But I think I'm fighting a losing battle here. For whatever reason, my parents seem fully dedicated to being as dense as possible. I would have expected this kind of behavior from Dad, but Mom? This is officially turned into a comedy game, Flautist approved. I mean, I suppose if I'm laughing out loud at it, then yeah, it's approved. Maybe she's just excited because she likes cute girls. She's really into idol groups. She says it's because she wants to keep track of her opponents in the showbiz industry, but I think she's fond of them. It would have been nice if you'd told us that your friend from Norway was coming to stay with us, though. We must seem so slovenly greeting her like this. We haven't even prepared anywhere for her to sleep.
That's because I didn't know she was coming either.
Well, no matter. What's done is done. We'd love it if you could stay with us, Licia. It would be our pleasure. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. And just like that, Licia dia Ivlis, a demon who wants to rape my soul, is invited to live in my house. What the fuck? Ooh, ice cream shirt. Nice.
Rie, what's that? That's my stuffed alpaca. His name is Gil.
I know stuffed animals are a little childish. You're 9! You're 9! Yes, it's childish. You're 9! They were some of my best and only friends a few years ago. Throwing them out would be far too sad. Also, I have a bunch of plushies. Plushies, yes, they are childish and sweet, but they also make people happy. I know they're childish. You don't have to defend your interests like that. Just have your stuffed animals. Also, you're 9.
Oh, I see. And who's this? That's my other stuffed alpaca. His name is Koto.
I see. Koto and Gil, huh? Gil looks kind of grumpy, don't you think?
No, Gil is the one who's smiling. Koto is the grumpy one. And you'd be grumpy too if you'd killed your own father.
He killed his father?
That's right. It's a long story.
What? I've spent a lot of time playing with those alpacas, so they have a long, sprawling backstories that couldn't be explained without a full-length visual narrative, 2 animated spin-offs, several movies, and a slew of manga and light novels. God. I love plushies. I love to hug Corvette sometimes. Corvette is my stuffed dog. Oh, that's awesome. Plushies are like the best thing ever. Like, honestly. And what's that, Rie? A clock?
That's right. It's dead, though. I need to buy some new batteries.
And I don't plan on doing that anytime soon. The clock was a present from Dad, but it ticks way too loudly. It's impossible to get to sleep with that thing turned on. And what about all these books here?
The ones on the top shelf are my English textbooks. The bottom ones are novels.
Lucia picks up one of my books without asking and begins to flip through it. I think about scolding her, but I'm barely able to open my mouth when... Wow, how can you read all of this? The writing is so tiny and there aren't even any pictures.
Please, I'm 9 years old. I don't need pictures to keep my mind engaged.
I mean... Yeah, 9's about that time. But it looks so dull. I'm getting tired just skimming through it.
Then put it back. I didn't say you could rifle through my things, did I?
I suppose not. Lucia giggles and slots my book back under the shelf. Irritatingly, she doesn't put it back in the correct place. I'm going to need to sort that out at some point. Maybe when she goes to have her bath. Having Lucia in my room, prodding and poking at every single little thing, is an odd experience. I've never had any friends stay over before, mostly because I've never had any friends and I'm not used to it. They can live forever, unlike most others. They're so comfortable to hug and serve as a partner at bedtime. But the best thing of all, they feel like a friend. Yes, the right plushie feels like a friend, and yeah, so long as you take care of it and, like, you know, wash it, don't let it get too dirty, they'll last way longer than, like, a pet. You know, yes, I have a pet fish in my room, but I can't exactly cuddle it, and she'll only live for a few years at most. So yeah, like, plushies are great. It's good to have something soft to hug at bedtime, or just to have out and, like, express yourself. Plushies are great. And anybody that criticizes people for liking plushies can go fuck themselves sideways. I don't like it when Mom or Dad come into my room, let alone a complete stranger. What was that? Hearing some weird-ass noises in this house. Well, so long as Lucia doesn't search under my bed, it should be fine. I can cope with at least this many unwanted intrusions. What do you have under your bed? You're 9.
You know, I only really read manga. I like manga a lot. You do you?
Yes, I like romantic stories, especially one with lots of roses and sparkles.
I didn't realize manga was so popular in hell.
Especially not girly romance manga. I don't even read those kind of stories. I knew manga has been getting more and more popular lately, but I didn't realize the market was that lucrative. Well, I don't know if it's popular in hell in general, but Mom also likes those kind of stories. We have a huge bookcase at home filled with volumes of Silky Mommy and The Violet of Versailles. Oh my god. That's some parody names, because I think it's supposed to be Creamy Mommy and The Rose of Versailles.
Your mother likes that kind of thing?
Yeah, she loves Japanese culture. We even have a bonsai tree in our garden. A pause. It keeps dying, though, since the air in hell is filled with sulfur.
Does your mother also wear kimonos around the house and put chopsticks in her hair?
She isn't really a kimono kind of person.
At least that's something.
She prefers to dress up as cute characters from anime and manga. Oh my god. Oh no, it's even worse than I thought. Japanophilia is a scary thing. It hasn't just reached the Western world, it's also managed to pollute hell itself. Why are you making fun of the weebs? The weebs are the ones that are gonna play this game. Just saying. Why must I, a cute and innocent girl of only 9 years, live in such a corrupt world? That's just the world. That's just capitalism.
So is that why you can speak Japanese?
That's right, Mom insisted. She said all of her daughters had to learn the language. I grew up watching anime and reading manga. I suppose that answers one question then, and I was beginning to wonder whether, conveniently, Japan was the most common language amongst the denizens of hell. Now I know Lucia, and by extent her family, must be a special case. You know what though, like, learning multiple languages is never a bad thing, no matter what your reasoning is. If you're taking the time to, like, learn another language, that's a good thing, and that is to be commended.
What language do you usually speak in hell, then?
English, of course.
Of course.
If you're in the business of ferrying souls, it makes sense that you'd speak one of the most common languages on Earth.
Anyway, don't you think you should be going for a bath now? It's getting late.
And I want to put my bookshelf back in order. I know that book still isn't in the right place, and it's bothering me. Sure, I'm used to washing in sulfur, so having a bath in a human house sounds like fun. Far be it from me to judge, but being in sulfurous water doesn't sound appealing at all. In fact, it sounds downright dangerous. Are you going to come too, Rie?
I will when you've finished up.
But I thought all Japanese people get bathed together. It's what my mother said. You wash yourselves in hot springs, right? They're like the ones in hell, but with less brimstone.
People might bathe together in hot springs, but there isn't a hot spring in my house. We just have a plain, ordinary bathtub.
But it's big enough to share, right?
Even if it is big enough to share, I don't want to. Sorry to break it to you, but I don't feel comfortable having a bath with a complete stranger.
Huh. Are you sure about that? Both of these are basically no. We'll just go with I'm very sure.
I'm sure. I don't even need to think about it. I am not going to bathe with you. Why is Lucia being so insistent anyway? I hardly even know her. Clingy people are so annoying.
But I'm not used to bathing by myself. I always do it with my sisters, and I'll be lonely in the tub on my own.
Tough. You'll have to make do as best you can. Boo. Well, it probably wouldn't be that nice bathing with you anyway. And what do you mean by that?
My sisters are nice and kind to me, but you're a huge meanie. I bet you wouldn't even care if I got shampoo in my eyes.
That's right, I wouldn't. I'd laugh at you for being stupid enough to get shampoo in your eyes in the first place. If you want somebody to dote and coddle you like a baby, why don't you go pester my mom instead?
Oh, Ada, did somebody call me?
Mom, what are you doing here?
I was just passing by.
But it's like you appeared out of nowhere.
Does my mother know magic? If it weren't so ridiculous, I'd almost be tempted to believe it. Not an argument already. Yeah, of course. Isn't it about the time that the two of you had a bath? It's getting late.
I want to have a bath, but Ria's being mean. She won't bathe with me, even though I asked nicely, and I don't like bathing on my own.
Ada, that truly is terrible. How could you be so cold, Rie?
I'm not being cold. I have a right to refuse.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not selfish, unlike you. Would you like to share a bath with me, Lucia? I'm good at washing hair, since I have so much of it. I'll be very gentle, and I won't get shampoo in your eyes. Huh? You promise? I promise I'd never want to make a sweet young girl like you cry. I'll be very, very careful. Yay! Thank you, Miss Yukine. It's not a problem at all, sweetheart.
Ugh. Why does Mom have to bow to Lucia's wishes anyway? I can't remember the last time she bathed with me. Not that I'm jealous or anything. Oh my god. I'm more than capable than looking after myself.
Bruh. Lucia lies on my bedroom floor, curled up in a futon Dad prepared for her. She smiles up for me, her eager eyes framed by her curly hair. I can't believe it. I finally got to go on a trip away from home. I'm so excited. I'm exhausted given the events of today, but Lucia's comment catches my attention.
Does that mean you've never left home before?
No, I haven't. This is the first time.
And don't your parents mind? They're not worried about you, are they? They won't come to my house looking for you and damn me and my family to hell for abducting their darling daughter, will they?
The very last thing I want is for Satan and the illustrious bride of Satan, no doubt cosplaying as a Japanese high school girl, to turn up on my doorstep. Just what would the neighbors say? What's a futon? In the context of this, it's basically like a rollout mattress that you would like store somewhere and then take out so that somebody can sleep on it. Basically. Like an air mattress but without air. I guess that's the best way that I could explain it. No, they won't. I told them I was going to go away for a while, so they shouldn't worry. I planned this trip lots and lots, and my sisters helped me too. Well, they'll probably worry a bit because Dad's very overprotective, and I'm the youngest in the family, but it's fine. If I get homesick, I can just open up a portal to hell and go back anytime I want.
Oh, a portal to hell. That's good. How nice.
Really?
Of course not. I don't want you opening up any portals to hell inside my house. All kinds of weird things could come crawling out.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think of that. That can happen sometimes. Well, it's no big deal. I'll just have to go into the forest and open up the portal there. It doesn't matter if a few birds or trees get incinerated in the process, does it? Incinerated? Just what kind of evil magic rests inside Lucia's little body? Do I even want to know?
Do whatever you want. Just don't do it around other people. You could hurt them.
Aye, aye, Captain. A small silence descends upon us, but I still can't relax. Everything about Lucia's existence invites questions, and I'm starting to get a headache.
And how do you open this portal back to hell anyway? You don't need to murder any chickens and paint some weird symbols on the ground in their blood, do you? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. What do you mean you're not sure? I've never done it before, so I don't know. But if you don't know how to make these portal things, how did you get out of hell in the first place? My biggest big sister helped me. She's really smart. Jeez. Yada yada daze. My palm collides against my forehead with a dull thud. I think I lost a few brain cells there. I don't want to be rude or anything, but I get the feeling you're not very good at forward thinking. You might have a point. I put a lot of thought into this trip, though. Really? Yes, I heard the food in Japan is really good. You have all kinds of interesting dishes, like sushi and ramen and beef bowls and dango, and there's really cute fish-shaped pancake stuff with sweet red bean paste. Didn't you mean taiyaki? Isn't that what I said? No. No, it isn't. And there are lots and lots of things I want to do in Japan, too. I want to see the falling cherry blossoms, and I want to see some real maids roaming free in the wild, and I want to see a schoolgirl running to her one true love with a piece of toast in her mouth and going, Kya! You can't believe everything you see in anime, you know. And what's this about maids roaming free? They're not cattle. Maids have thoughts and feelings, too. And I really want to go to a festival and see some fireworks and eat candy floss and mochi and dango and yakisoba and takoyaki and corn cobs and sari and chocolate-coated bananas. You'll get sick if you eat all that. I don't think there's any festivals going on around here any... I pause. Wait. I think there is a festival happening at the local shrine tomorrow evening. I know. I glare at Lucia. This timing seems a little too perfect. It's suspicious. How did you know? I already told you. I planned this trip carefully with my big sisters. Fia looked all this stuff up for me on the internet. You can use the internet in hell too? Yep, isn't that convenient? The internet is so great. The internet is really, really great. So, let me get this straight. This demon girl decided to invade my home and disrupt my everyday life because of some wildly inaccurate anime cliches and the food? Is that it? What a farce. Bruh. Day 2. Tuesday. T-Mobile Tuesdays. Taco Tuesdays. I need some water. I like visual novels. I like the concept of them. I like the art. But they're kind of exhausting to stream, if I'm being entirely honest. We'll try to do like another day at least. Wow, can I really have this? Do you mean it, Rie? I sigh. I seem to be doing that a lot lately. It's not a present. I expect you to return it after the week is over. I know, but it's so cute. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's only a school uniform. You say that, but it's nothing like the uniform I have to wear back home. The uniforms in hell are all black, and we have to wear blazers, and they're super boring. I'm so happy I decided to come to Japan. Lucia giggles and does a twirl, her school skirts fluttering. Not only is your food delicious, but your uniforms are super cute, too. It's nice that you're so easily amused. Too much Tuesday memes? I had to. To be perfectly honest, I don't want Lucia to come to school with me. I don't like it when people pay attention to me, and Lucia, with her horns and tail, will definitely attract attention, especially given she's so loud. I didn't think Mom would be able to enroll Lucia at my school so quickly, but I forgot one crucial detail. My mother can be very persuasive when she wants to be. All she had to do was flirt with Mr. Ogawa, the headmaster, for 5 minutes on the phone this morning, and he was swayed. Of course I'll let Lucia attend our school. The stores of Hikage Elementary are always open for international students. The importance of cultural exchange cannot be overlooked. I bet he said something like that. That man will do anything to score points with my mother. He'd probably shave off all of his hair and paint his head purple if she asked. I'm going to look so adorable, I bet everybody will praise me. And that's precisely what I'm worried about. I'm starting to feel sick and I haven't even had breakfast yet. Oof. So, Lucia, do you like it? Don't pester Lucia like that, dear. This is her first day here, and it may well be her first time having a Japanese breakfast. You'll give her indigestion if you keep looming over her. Are you saying that I look scary? You do when you wrinkle your face up like that. If I didn't know you better, dear, I'd think that you were about to have a stroke. Oh no, I don't really have a frightening face, do I, Rie?
I think Mom might have a point. You do look a little scary.
No way, this is so embarrassing. How could I expose such a weak side of my character to our guest?
You've never been one to hide your weaknesses, dear. They're abundantly clear at all times. But that's the most charming thing about you.
Yuki, you can be so cold.
Then my parents really did name me well. Yuki means snow.
I feel so ashamed.
With a defeated whimper, Dad buries his face in his hands. While Dad writhes about in the throes of agony, Mom flips through her newspaper, undeterred. Oh, and Kazuki, dear.
Yes?
Could you make me another cup of green tea? I'm all out.
Yes, I'll do it at once.
Dad's face lights up. He takes Mother's empty cup and busies himself with the task. Dad's quite a simple person. I think he likes being ordered around. It makes him feel useful. That's probably why Mom and Dad get along so well, even though they're pretty different. So, Licia, now that you can digest your food without that silly man breathing down your neck, that silly man being Dad, of course, who's so devoted to brewing Mom another cup of tea he probably wouldn't break focus even if he was hit in the back of the head with an asteroid. What do you think? Do you like it? It's very peculiar. I've never had food like this before. I expected as much. Natto is an acquired taste. I wonder why Kazuki made natto, of all things, when there are so many other less aggressive breakfast options to choose from. I don't like natto that much either. It isn't the flavor I dislike, but the smell and the texture. The stench of natto is so bad it's almost overpowering, and the long, glistening strands of fermented soybean that get stretched out when you move your chopsticks to your mouth looks incredibly unappetizing. Even so, I'll still eat it. Natto is meant to be good for the immune system, and it is a key part of a traditional Japanese breakfast. Let me see if I can find a picture of natto, because I don't think I've ever eaten it. But, oh, it's this thing. Oh, that looks disgusting. Let me see if you can see it. So that's what it looks like. It's like the beans. And apparently it, like, doesn't smell all that great. I've never had it, but it doesn't look very appealing to me either. So that's apparently what it is. I'm not sure about Licia, though. I know she said she wanted to eat lots of Japanese food, and you can't get much more Japanese than natto, but most tourists hate it. If you don't like the natto, dear, I'll eat it for you. I always have room in me for more natto. Incidentally, natto is one of the only foods my mother will actually eat at breakfast. I think it's partially because of the health benefits, and partially because her parents were crazy about the stuff. They made her eat it every single day when she was a young girl. Looks like a grossed out funnel cake. It looks more like sticky refried beans, which are disgusting. I hate refried beans. They're still crazy about it, actually. I should know. I've spent enough time with them, and their endless supplies of soybeans. No, it's alright. I think the natto is interesting. It certainly is interesting, but you don't have to eat it if you don't like it. I wouldn't want you to think that we enjoy torturing our guests. It would be bad for my reputation. I really don't mind. It's not torture at all. I live in hell, so I know about real torture, and it's not like this. There's usually more fire, blood, and screaming. Oh, so you're still playing that game. How cute. Why did Licia have to say something so disturbing at the breakfast table? And why doesn't Mom seem to mind at all? I shudder. Licia draws her chopsticks out of her bowl, and a glistening thread of natto follows. It quivers in the air like a spider's web, only thicker, stringy, and gelatinous. This food is nothing like anything I've eaten before. It smells strong, but the flavor isn't too overpowering. And since it's so stringy, it's fun to play around with. Besides, it tastes super good served on rice with this raw egg. And how could I forget about the fish? It looks cute and it tastes really good. Ooh. Fish. I like fish. Hang on, I've got... Okay. I'm sorry. I was getting some weird messages. I'm so happy. Japanese food is so good. I bet I could live to be 1,000 years old if I ate this every morning and I'd never catch a cold ever again. Licia. I'm so happy. I was worried you wouldn't like it. I know a lot of people don't like natto, but it's an authentic Japanese food. Everyone has to try it at least once. It was a big gamble, but it seems it paid off. It really did. Thank you, mister. It's delicious. Of course. A clever girl like you would understand my cooking. From here on out, I'd be more than happy to make you my honorary daughter.
Yay, I would love to. I sniff, prodding at my fish with my chopsticks. The Sari stares back at me, its eyes large and empty, like portholes. I don't know why you're getting so excited. It's just natto. Oh, you look a little sad, Rie. Did I make you jealous? Of course not. I'm not jealous at all. Alright, I just want you to know, even if Licia is my honorary daughter, you're still my flesh and blood daughter, and I love you lots and lots. Whatever. Spare me your sentimentality. I'm fine. And what are you looking at? Oh my god. I glare at my braised Sari before stabbing it in the side with my chopsticks. That'll show it. Somehow. Torque. As expected, Licia causes quite a stir at school. The whole class fixates on her when she introduces herself. I'd hate to be under the spotlight like that, but Licia takes it in her stride. The stares of her fellow classmates, 30 pairs of eyes peering out of 30 skulls, don't even make her flinch. She delivers her introduction smoothly, a smile on her face, without a hint of nerves. I can't help but be impressed. If I didn't know about Licia's true nature, maybe I'd be swept up by her charms too. After her introduction, Ms. Tamura tells Licia to take a seat next to me. I expected as much, but I still don't like it. People keep sneaking curious glances at Licia from behind their textbooks, and since I'm sitting next to her, they end up looking at me too. Pinpricks run up and down my body, my arms itch. I shift in my seat awkwardly, uncomfortable, trying, and failing to avoid their stares. What can I do to hide my face other than crawling beneath the table? My classmates mutter in the background, their words drifting through the air in a dull hum, like a hive of bees. No, not the bees! School. Man, I like it, especially in the actual school, unlike the remote thing. That sucks. I have mixed feelings about school, but I also haven't attended, like, actual school in, like, 4 years. Remote learning sucks, though. And I know that there are people that can thrive on remote learning, and cool, good for them. I'm not one of those people, especially if it's like a required class. Screw that. If it's something that I'm actually interested in, then like doing online stuff isn't too bad, but if I'm like, let's say it was like a math class, that would suck doing remote. So anyway. The new girl's so cute. I know, right? Her hair is so fluffy. She looks just like a model. How lovely. I wonder if she's going to come to the festival this evening. That would be nice. So I'll be able to see her in a yukata. Huh? I'd rather go to a festival to eat candy floss, not look at girls. And that's why you will never become a true man. You guys are 9! But I'm a girl. I can't believe she's staying with Sakuraba. I didn't know Sakuraba had a friend in Norway. I didn't know Sakuraba had any friends at all. I blush, dropping my head, and try to focus on my isosceles triangles, but it's all in vain. Not even the isosceles triangles can protect me now. Protect me, isosceles triangles. You're my only hope. If the hive of bees hummed with latent interest during class, they all but swam around Licia when lunchtime finally rolls around. The amount of attention she's getting is crazy. It's almost like she's a celebrity. At least they're leaving me alone. Licia, your hair is so soft and smooth. What kind of shampoo do you use? I don't really know. I washed it in sulfur every day back in hell. Sulfur? Is that some kind of Norwegian shampoo? I don't think so. So it's important from somewhere else then? That sounds so fancy. Are your family really that rich? Well, my dad is one of the 72 Earls of Hell. He's quite important, I guess. He got promoted a while ago, though, so he doesn't reap souls now. He does paperwork instead. Not even the triangle. The power of the isosceles triangle. Does that mean your dad is royalty? I guess so. Wow, so you're like a Norwegian princess. A real, genuine princess. Why are my classmates accepting all this nonsense so easily? Are they all stupid, or is this something more sinister going on here? Maybe they think all Norwegian people are eccentric. I'm sorry. Wait. Shit. I'm sorry, Norway. I'm sorry you're being so badly misrepresented by this annoying girl. So what's Norway like? Are there lots of hot springs? And moose? And snow? Yes, there are a lot of hot springs in Hell.
They're really, really hot too. If a human fell into one, it would probably sear the skin straight off their bones. Wow, Norway sounds so dangerous. Of course it's dangerous. That's where heavy metal comes from. Metal? Hey, Lucia, can you say something to us in Norwegian? I don't really know any Norwegian. Don't be modest, I want to hear, I want to hear. Me too. Could you possibly say hello in Norwegian, or maybe how are you? Or, big sister, your ribbon is crooked. Well, now, let me see. I'm going to reap your soul. God damn it! Ah, she said something in Norwegian. Lucia's so cool. She's like a real princess. And what are those things on your head? Are they fashion accessories? So is Hell, Norway an actual place? Good question. Let's look it up. Hell, Norway. Okay. Hell is a village in the Lunke area of the municipality of... So yeah, Hell is an actual village in Norway. According to Google, Hell, Norway is a village. And what are those things on your head? Are they fashion accessories? Not really. They're my horns. All demons have horns. Wow, Norway sounds incredible! But I already told you I don't know anything about Norway. But this admission isn't enough to stop our classmates from fawning over her. They're asking her so many questions, but I don't think they care about the answers. People might be even stupider than I thought. That's pretty wild, that Hell, Norway is an actual place. Okay, I'm gonna save real quick just in case. Because I am going to take a quick break. These visual novels kind of tend to tire me out a bit. So I will be right back in a few minutes. Hey, sorry for being on for so long. Was feeling a bit sleepier than I thought, so I brewed myself some oolong tea to sip on while I continue to read these things. Again, I have a lot of fun playing visual novels, but they just tend to be a little bit tiring for me because I have to read all the things constantly. So I'm gonna try to get through at least a little bit more before I wrap up the stream. Maybe I'll do something later on tonight. This was just something that I wanted to do to mess around with a few things. Anyway, Rie, I'm hungry. How can you be hungry? You had 3 helpings of rice at breakfast. I know, but that was hours and hours ago, and I'm hungry again. Then you should have had something to eat at lunch. Oh my god. Azur, welcome to the stream. Thanks for playing Aya. I wanted to, but it was impossible. There were so many people asking me questions, I couldn't even leave my desk. Well, I guess she has a point. For a girl who came to Japan to eat a lot of food, having to skip lunch must have been painful. I'm sorry, but if you're hungry, you'll have to wait until dinner. What? But I'm hungry now. And where do you suggest I'm going to get food for you? There aren't any restaurants nearby, and we'd have to take a detour to get to the convenience store. Well... I know, you can always take some of those trees for fruit. This isn't Animal Crossing! But they're not fruit trees. But I thought all trees in Japan were cherry blossoms. Again, Lucia's ignorance about Japan astounds me. What do they teach kids in hell nowadays? There might be a lot of cherry blossom trees in Japan, but they don't usually bear any fruit. What, really? Yes, really. Why would I lie about something like that? That's not fair. If cherries don't grow on them, then they have no business being calling themselves cherry blossoms. That's false advertising. I'll sue them. How are you going to sue a tree? I don't know, but I will. My dad is one of the 72 Earls of Hell, so everyone has to listen to him. Good luck with that. Forgive me if I don't cheer you on. Hug a plushie, any type you wish. Ooh, okay, let me go grab one from my bed. Banana! Tug the banana. This is actually perfect for holding, though, like it's kind of the perfect size for, like, one's body. Thanks for redeeming Hug a Plushie. It's actually... I'm gonna have banana on my lap. It's very comfortable, actually. Everyone's been wrongly assuming that Lucia hails from Norway, but I think her outlook on life is far more American. By the way, those trees aren't even cherry blossoms. They're elms. Stupid elms. Lucia glares at one of the elm trees as though its mere existence offends her. With a small pout, she stalks toward it and gives a sharp kick. Ow! Are you alright? I'm fine. My foot hurts, though. What did you expect? If there's one thing evolution has taught us, it's that you shouldn't pick fights with things that are bigger than you. If you get hurt, you only have yourself to blame. Don't pick with things bigger than you, and don't fuck with ants. My brother and I, we used to watch this show. It was called Monster Bug Wars. And basically they would talk about, like, 2 different types of bugs, and then there would be footage of these 2 bugs getting into, like, a fight of some kind. Ants always win. Always. Every time. Even when it was ants versus bees, the ants win. Don't fuck with ants. That stupid tree. I'll reap its soul and send it to hell. Do trees have souls? All living creatures have souls. That tree is alive, so I can kill it. Not by kicking it, though. Maybe not, but I will get my revenge one day. Do you hear me, Mother Nature? I, Lycia dia Ivlis, will not be defeated so easily. Is she actually shaking her fist at the sky? For what purpose? What does she think she'll gain from this? Yes, I believe you. Now don't make a scene. You'll bother the other pedestrians. Okay, Rie, I'll be good. Good. But you know, I really am hungry. I already told you should wait until dinner. Besides, I thought you wanted to go to that festival later. Does that mean you'll take me? Ooh, still nice and warm. I think I might have walked into that one. I didn't say I'd take you, but you shouldn't eat too much if you want to go. You won't be able to eat all the food at the festival later. Don't be ridiculous, Rie. I'm always hungry. All girls have 7 different stomachs, you know. I thought the saying, girls have another stomach for sweets. I thought the saying was, girls have another stomach for sweets, not 7 of them. That thought is actually kind of disturbing. I mean, low-key me. And I think you're forgetting something very, very important. What's that? If you don't give me something delicious to eat each day, I'll reap your soul. Oh yes. Silly me. How could I forget? You've said that several times now, but I still don't understand. What does reaping my soul actually involve? Do you need to fill out a lot of paperwork first, or are you demons allowed to reap whatever souls you want? Well... Lucia ponders. She comes to a halt, standing by the riverside like a statue. The expression on her face is unusually serious. The wind stirs the elm trees, making their leaves rustle. I really do like the art in this, though. Why is it taking her so long to reply? Is the answer something so terrible not even a demon can stand to think about it? I swallow. All of a sudden, my throat feels dry. My hands tremble at my sides, and I have to clench them in the fists to still them. I don't know much about demons, but having my soul reaped sounds kind of painful. I wonder if she has a scythe. Since she has horns and a tail, and can open up portals between different worlds, I wouldn't be too surprised. Lucia seems like a bit of a simpleton, and that's to put it lightly, but it's an inescapable fact that she is a demon. She might have all kinds of strange, mysterious, and arcane powers at her disposal. To be honest, I don't really know. All of a sudden, the tension collapsed like a poorly made pie crust. What do you mean you don't know? I said I don't know, and that means I don't know. I've never reaped a soul before, so I'm not sure what would happen to you if I did it or how to go about it. Don't tell me. Does this mean her whole I'll reap your soul shtick was just for show? Well, now I feel foolish. Why did I ever find cause to fear this idiot? You're not mad at me, are you? No, I'm not mad. I don't know why I was expecting anything else. I'm sorry if I disappointed you. I'm not disappointed, just exasperated. If you really want to eat something, I guess I can oblige you for now. Anything to shut her up. I hope it's not bad that she can't say. Really? You mean it? I guess so. You did all come all this way to eat food. You're still going to eat dinner first, though. That's final, and I won't take no for an answer. Alright. Hey, Dad. Tadaima. We returned safe and sound despite the provocations of those wicked elm trees. You know, if you talk like that, people are going to think there's something wrong with you. Huh? But you use big words all the time, Rie. I thought maybe that was normal, so I tried to copy you. And when have I ever spoken like that? You might have a point. I sigh, bending down to take off my shoes. I only managed to get one of them off, the right shoe if you're interested, when I'm interrupted by a sudden, excited yell. Really, Lucia, welcome back. I missed you so much out of school. Did you have a good first day? Did Ria take care of you? And did you make any new friends? I hope you had a good time and everything went well, maybe. It was hard if Japanese is not your first language, but I'm sure you tried your best and I'm very proud of you. What the fuck? How was I even able to read that? What the fuck? Why does that look like a prison cell to me? Probably with like the bars and everything. You have a point. Yo, what the fuck? Lucia blinks and stands there motionless, overwhelmed. Yes, my name is Lucia. It is nice to meet you. Dad, you're talking way too fast. Lucia can't understand you. Also, you're hurting me. Can you let go, please? Oh, I'm sorry, Rie. Dad laughs awkwardly and releases me, his face flushed with the same pink as his hair. You should get your act together, Dad. I know, I'm sorry. I was so excited I got carried away. Well, don't. You should learn to control yourself. That was so much. Why didn't they include spaces? I didn't get any of that. I think that's the point. The point was that he was like talking super fast and excitedly and like you wouldn't have been able to understand him anyway. So I'm surprised that I was able to read it at all. Yes, Ria, you're always so sensible and you're not even a teenager yet. You must get it from your mother. I have to be sensible. You never are. That's probably true. Anyway, I actually have a present for you two girls. Oh, a present? This, at least, is enough to break Lucia out of her trance. I, on the other hand, am less enthused. Dad's presents are always kind of strange. I think it's because he gets bored sitting at home by himself all the time. He likes doing housework, but there's only so much housework you can do in a day. I don't think he likes working when there isn't anybody there to praise him, or conversely, to scold him for making mistakes. You did your best. Thanks.
As such, he spends a lot of time on his hobbies, and I'm the one who has to pay the price. Did you really make a present for me? It's all for me? Of course it is. I'd never leave you out. Why, I see you as a second daughter. Yay! That sure was fast. You've only known her a day. But I feel like we have a spiritual connection that goes beyond that of words. Oh, please. Naive men like my father, who are so quick to trust absolute strangers, will all get taken advantage of eventually. I hope he doesn't fall foul of a pyramid scheme someday. That would really be depressing. Okay. Low key. Pyramid schemes. Don't fucking do it. Just don't do it. MLMs are scary. Don't do it. Well, he has Mom to keep it on Lime, so I guess I should be fine. Oh, was that important? Hang on. Okay. I'm worried that I'm gonna get a text from my mom. Oh, looks like Dad's still talking. I don't know your exact measurements, though, so you might need to model it for me. Model? Does that mean I can't eat it? Well, you could eat it if you wanted to, but it might make you sick. This is something for you to wear, not something you eat. Oh no, it's just as bad as I thought. Ooh, let's see. Cute outfits. 10 out of 10. In fact, it's even worse than I thought. Why is it so frilly? I don't know, but I think it's adorable. Oh, it works wonderful, just like I thought. I guess there are some things even I'm good at. Dad wipes his eyes with the back of his right hand. Is he crying? I wish I still had my camera. I want to commemorate this moment forever. You're both so cute. You would still have the camera if you haven't dropped it into that tank with all the stingrays when we went to the aquarium. They were just so cute, my heart was completely overwhelmed. Stingrays are adorable, though. And so was the camera. Well, it's alright. Even if I can't take a photo, I can still appreciate this moment. But why maid dresses? I don't get it. I know Dad likes sewing, but this is going too far, even for him. I don't dislike wearing Dad's clothes, but he tends to favor them the feminine and frilly, and his outfits are never very practical. They're too thin in the winter, but they get all hot and stuffy in the summer. Oh, get a new camera, right? Just get a new camera. Out of all the strange outfits Dad's made for me over the years, however, this one takes the cake. All the cake. Every last crumb. I'm not really sure. I just had a sudden urge to make something new. I need to challenge myself or my skills will get rusty. You must have been really bored lately, Dad. Maybe a little. Yuki's been so busy with work. That director, Sando. Sato. Right, Sato. He sounds kind of strict. My Yuki hasn't had a single moment's rest since she met him. Hence, the maid dresses. Well, it gives me something to do. Anyway, I couldn't let an opportunity like this slip by. Lucia's adorable. She's just like an angel. An angel, huh? If only Dad knew. I knew I had to dress her up or I'd regret it for the rest of my life. And I'm really glad you did, mister. I've never worn anything so adorable before. I'm relieved you like it. I poured my all into these dresses. They're embroidered with my blood, sweat, and tears. I know he doesn't mean it literally, but that's still kind of gross. Anyway, since this dress suits you so perfectly, I'll let you have it. Wow, really? Yep, I made this dress for you, and it wouldn't suit anybody else. It's all yours. That is, if you like it. You don't have to accept it if you don't want to. I don't want to force you. No, it's fine. It's super cute. I love it. Thank you, Lucia. Thank you for accepting the whims of this old man. I know they just annoy Rie. It's only annoying because you're so insecure. Well, maybe, Actually, I made a few more outfits for you, too. You can try them on whenever you want, if you want. Do whatever you like with them. You can wear them or even cut them up and use them as dish rags. I won't mind. I would never do such a heartless thing. They're far too pretty for that. Thank you. And I even made you a yukata in case you want to go to that festival tonight. You did? That's right. Don't feel like you have to go, though. It's just a small festival. They only hold it so they can collect enough money to repair those holes in the temple's roof. Ria used to love festivals, but I think she's grown out of them a bit now. I haven't been to a festival with her in a while. I kind of miss it. You're like a kid yourself, Dad. Maybe you're right. Don't worry, mister. I want to go to the festival, too. You do? That's right. I don't care what we're meant to be celebrating. I just want to celebrate food. Me. Celebrate food. Always celebrate food.
Ooh, we love the weird noises from outside.
A fitting answer for a heathen like you.
Oh, this is great. I'm so lucky. I'm so glad I decided to reap your soul, Rie.
So this girl threatens to reap my soul, and Dad repays her by sewing her a whole wardrobe of fancy outfits and offering to take her to a festival. Where's the justice in that? Well, I take the hem of my dress in my hands and flutter it back and forth. If I'm going to be Lucia's chef for the rest of the week, having something to cook in might not be so bad. At least it'll stop the rest of my clothes from getting dirty. As for the festival, I can worry about that after dinner.
Let's celebrate food. Celebrate food! Always celebrate food. Okay, I really miss, in January, for a little while, they did this event in, at this convention center, at the LA County Fairgrounds, I think, Anime Impulse. And they would do Anime Impulse at the same time and in the same location as this, Asian American Culture Festival. And so I would go, and I'd go like look at all the weeb shit, go look at all the anime stuff. But then like we would eat lunch on the at the Asian American Festival side of things, so we got to eat all of the neat Japanese food. Not all of the things, but we would. I went to go there. I went there 2 years in a row, and both times we would just try new weird food. Like I tried takoyaki there, which I love. Takoyaki is great. So takoyaki, it's like battered. It's these little balls, and there's like batter and like sometimes some vegetables, but the main thing is little pieces of octopus, and they put them in the balls and they fry them, and they're super yummy. They're super yummy when they're prepared correctly. We also tried some grilled spicy squid, which wasn't my favorite. I prefer squid when it's fried, but it was still good to try. I also got like these like beef-filled rice balls. That was really good too. Anyway, celebrate food.
Lucia, can you pass me the mirin sauce?
Sure, here you go, mister.
Thank you. Eating at a full table really is relaxing. It makes the food taste even better than usual. I can feel the tension disappearing from my body.
Tension? What tension? You hardly ever leave the house.
I might be a bit of a homebody, but I still do all the cooking and cleaning. That counts for something, doesn't it?
I guess you work hard in your own way, Dad.
I'm not sure if that was a compliment or not, but I'll take it. Rie, don't be such a bitch to your dad. Ooh, that looks like a lot of good food. I wanna eat all of it. Dinner tonight looks delicious. I think Dad might have outdone himself, probably because he wanted to show off to our guest. The main dish is fried shrimp covered in a light layer of crispy tempura batter. The batter sticks to the curled, comma-shaped shrimps, softening their light pink skins with a brown glaze. Ooh, that sounds good. The fried shrimps are accompanied with fried pumpkin, sweet potato, and shiitake mushrooms. Ooh, that actually sounds pretty good. The batter gives the fresh vegetables a light crunch, and it feels especially satisfying when I bite into the soft, yielding flesh of the pumpkin. The shrimps and vegetables are sprinkled with salt to enhance the flavor, and there's a small dish of mirin sauce to dip the food into. Oh, that's the sauce that comes with it. Okay, I didn't realize it was mirin. I just know there's a sushi place that I go to every so often, and my friend that I go with, he loves shrimp tempura. It's his favorite thing in the goddamn world, and it always comes with a sauce, but I didn't realize it was mirin. That's cool. A variety of dishes accompany the main dish. A refreshing cucumber salad. Fuck yeah, cucumber salad. A small bowl of meat and potato stew. Okay, I figured it was potatoes. We love potatoes are the most versatile food ever. They can be your main dish, you can be your side dish, you can have them with any meal, like breakfast, lunch, dinner. You know, if you want it as your side dish, you can have french fries or like cut up potatoes, or you can have like a baked potato and have it be your main dish, or you can have hash browns. Potatoes are the fucking best. And a large helping of brown rice. Brown rice, very good. Dad's always been a good cook, but the combined textures and flavors of all this food, the crispy tempura, the soft rice, the crunchy cucumbers, is almost ridiculously delicious. If Dad's going to make food like this every time I bring a friend over, maybe I should start doing it more often. You need friends first. At least I would if I had any friends. Okay. Well, a couple... I prefer a lettuce salad. Valid. This is so good. Can I have seconds, please? Of course, you can have as much rice as you want.
Yay, Japan really is the best. I kind of wish Yuki was here to try this, though. She always liked fried pumpkin.
Can't you save some for her?
I already did, but leftovers never taste as good as fresh food. It'll lose some of its flavor.
Well, it can't be helped. Mom's busy. She works hard for all of us, so we should try to support her.
I know that. I do support Yuki in her endeavors. Or at least I try to. I love her, really. I just miss her a little, that's all. Oh well, what can I do? There's no sense in complaining. That won't change anything. Here you go, Lucia. I give you an extra large helping since you seem to have a big appetite. I hope you enjoy it.
I will. Thank you so much, mister.
You don't need to call me that, you know? Just Kazuki is fine.
Okay, Kazuki. Really, thank you from the bottom of my stomach. Isn't the correct expression from the bottom of my heart?
But Dad doesn't seem to mind these minor details. He looks so happy he could be a little kid, not a grown man. I don't know if I've seen him smile like this in a long while. Is that because of Lucia? For a demon, she might not be that bad after all. Yay, demons making the world better.
So, what are you going to make me for dessert, Rie?
And I was hoping she'd forget about that after having dinner. This girl's stomach must be a bottomless pit. Maybe I should start taking notes on her strange demonic behavior, then submit them to a TV station. They can make a show about it. My Demon and Me, the exciting true story of elementary school student Sakuraba Rie's encounter with the devil. Now I wonder how much money I'd get out of that. Oh my god, Rie. I like real names better than saying your friend's dad. Valid. Valid. I mean, I do think when you're little, calling like a parent by their first name is a little bit weird. Just cause like it does kind of make some boundaries weird. But if they're like, call me Mr. Whatever rather than saying, oh hi Jason's dad. You know, calling them by my first name would be a little bit weird to me. But Mr. or Mrs. Whatever is, yeah, having a name rather than,
hi, Alicia's dad.
Anyway. Hey, Rie, your eyes look all funny.
What do you mean? What's wrong with them?
I don't know. I thought I saw some strange symbols in them.
Of course you didn't. Don't be silly.
But I still don't know what to do about dessert. I don't really know what Lucia likes. Well, she seems like the kind of person who'll eat anything. I shouldn't think about it too much. Let's be nice. Let's bake her something. Oh, are you wearing that dress I made you, Rie?
That's right.
Does that mean you like it? Did I do a good job for once?
I don't dislike it, but I wouldn't choose to wear it under normal circumstances.
But you're wearing it now, aren't you?
Because I'm going to bake something and I don't want my clothes to get dirty.
Oh, really? That sounds like fun. Do you want me to help?
Of course you can. The more the merrier.
Thank you. I used to bake with Rie all the time when she was little, but she's been getting more and more independent lately. I miss spending so much time with her.
That's because I'd never be able to get better if I kept following your instructions. You need to do things on your own if you want to improve.
That might be true, but it sounds kind of sad. There's nothing wrong with relying on others, right? And at any rate, helping out might make me feel slightly less useless.
Well, when you say something like that, how could I turn you down?
You sound more and more like your mother every day. Not that that's a bad thing, you'll never get hassled into donating ridiculous sums of money to various charities on the street like I do. I love the music. The music in this game is really cute. 10 out of 10. Anyway, I'm going to get changed.
Changed? Do you have a cute dress too?
Not quite. I don't know if I'd be opposed to the idea, but making clothes for myself isn't as much fun as making them for other people. So what are you going to wear, Miss... Kazuki? Why, a cute apron, of course. It's a must for any aspiring chef. With this dramatic announcement, Dad opens a drawer and pulls out one of his trusty aprons from his large and ever-expanding collection. Naturally, the apron is pink, like 80% of the others. Good! Gotta match his hair. For some reason, Licia looks impressed by this. Wow, you look so cool! I don't know about that, but thank you all the same. Anyway, what kind of thing did you want to bake?
Something sweet. I want to eat lots of sweets.
I see. In that case, I think I have an idea. Why don't we make some apple rose tarts? Apple rose tarts. Alright.
Oh, they're so cute.
Lucia sighs as she takes the tray of freshly baked tarts out of the oven, her hands enveloped in a pair of oven mitts. She looks so happy my heart starts to melt. Her happiness must be contagious. Kind of like the plague. Oh no! 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 This was released during COVID times. What are you doing? Wow. Now that's pretty demonic. Are you alright, Lucia? Be careful, they're hot. It's fine, Kazuki. I can at least do this much. Her eyebrows furrowed in concentration, Lucia carries the tray across the kitchen and sets it on the counter to cool. Oh, that's adorable. The homey aroma of freshly baked pastry hangs in the air, mingled with the sweet scent of apples. It makes me feel as though I'm standing in the middle of an enchanted orchard. The rose tarts themselves look exceptionally cute, curled up in their separate slots on the baking pan. Their petals, crafted from thin strips of bright red apple, make them look like real flowers. I want to make that! Why were you saying no? Because when I hear people saying it's like the plague, it's like Rona, it's like COVID-19, and that makes me sad. It's just as Dad said. These tarts really do look like snaps fit for an elegant princess, or else a wandering forest sprite. They're the kind of tarts you could imagine the Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland coveting. Aw. Can I try one, can I? Of course you can. They're nice to look at, but they're even nicer to eat. Yay, then I'll just help myself. Oh no, not quite so fast. Dad reaches forward, brushing Lucia's fingers away from the pan. For one thing, the pan is still hot. For another, we need to think a little more seriously about the presentation. Presentation? Yes, I still need to add some finishing touches to make this a truly delicious treat. Just stand back and leave everything to me. Ooh, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Yeah, that can be saddening. The cupcakes look so good at least, right? I want to eat them. I want to learn how to make these and eat them. The apple rose tarts sit elegantly on a white plate. The pastry light and crispy, the apples braised light brown, just waiting to be eaten. Dad was right. When it comes to food, he always is. The rose tarts look much more appealing, freed from the confines of the baking pan. And they looked plenty appealing back then, too. Wow, I've never seen anything more adorable before. I thought you said my school uniform was the most adorable thing you'd ever seen, and then after that, these silly maid outfits. That's right, they're all the most adorable. But they can't all be. That isn't possible. Anything is possible if you just believe. Alright, you two, you can start eating now. They'll get cold if we dally any longer. But they look so cute. I'd feel guilty eating them now. That's very flattering, but isn't that why we made them in the first place? I'm sure right now, more than anything in the world, they want to be eaten by you, Lucia. Was this somebody's for? And right now, more than anything in the world, I want to make a lot of money, but we can't all have what we want. Are you sure? Of course, I bet these tarts would consider being eaten by you a privilege since you're so cute. Thank you, Kazuki. It sure seems like you two are getting along well. Oh, and you're very cute as well, Rie. That should go without saying, given you are our mother's daughter. Yes, I think Rie is very cute too, even if she does pout all the time. That's none of your business. Why should I care about your opinion? You're blushing, Rie. That's because what you're saying is embarrassing and unnecessary. Huh? Why can't I tell you that I think you're cute? I thought it would make you happy. Maybe it does, a little, but it feels kind of weird. Weird. Anyway, Dad's right. If we keep talking, the tarts will get cold. Thank you for the food. Anything is possible if you believe. That's the last thing I think of demons say, honestly. Yeah. Pretty much. I pick up a tart in my fingers, burning them as I do so, and take a bite. We used Fuji apples to make these tarts, popular throughout Japan for their uniquely sweet flavor and bright red coloration. The sweetness of the apples spreads across my tongue, punctuated by a satisfying dash of tartness that makes my mouth tingle. The pastry is delicate, light, and buttery, and offsets the flavor of the apples, while simultaneously adding an extra crunch to the already crisp apple skins. Oh my god, that sounds so good! These tarts really are good. I've had them before, but I don't know if they've ever tasted quite this nice. Maybe eating food with other people really does make it taste better. I thought that was just one of the things Dad liked to say. A neat little sophism that encourages the importance of family meals. But there might be a germ of truth to it after all. These tarts are undeniably delicious, but it could be the sight of Lucia's face, wreathed in smiles as she samples her own tart, that gives it an extra special something. I feel my cheeks heating up. Why am I getting so embarrassed? Watching other people eat has always felt strangely intimate to me. When people eat food, they, like, let down their defenses. Not that Lucia has many of those, and their true feelings shine across their faces. I wonder what kind of face I'm pulling right now. I probably look like an idiot. I set my tart back down on my plate and reach for the mug of cinnamon tea. The mug is warm and makes the tips of my fingers tingle, but not unpleasantly. The cinnamon tea itself is sweet, but also has a certain measure of spiciness to it. It makes my whole body feel warm, not just because it's hot, but because it feels comforting, I suppose. I'm not a huge fan of cinnamon in my drinks, but I guess with the apple tart it would be good. Cinnamon tea is meant to be good for you. That's what Dad says anyway. He told me it helps fend off common colds, which is why he brews it for me in the winter.
Do you like it? What do you think?
I think it's really great. It's delicious. You're the best, Kazuki.
Yay, thank you.
I helped out too, you know. You could stand to compliment me a bit. Not that I really care or anything. I just can't stand the injustice, that's all. I'm sorry, Rie. I don't want you to feel left out. I think you did a really good job too. You're also the best. How can two people be the best? If you're going to compare us, one has to be better than the other. Oh, don't be so serious. I said you're both the best, so you are. Isn't that good enough? I feel the color returning to my cheeks, though I wish it wouldn't. I don't even know why I'm blushing so much. I guess I'm just not used to being complimented by people. Why does Lucia have to be so enthusiastic? It's embarrassing.
Oh, what's this? It smells heavenly in here. What a way to welcome me home from work. Ah, Yuki, welcome back.
Mom stands in the doorway, her hair neatly styled as ever, her clothes falling around her body in elegant waves. She looks a little tired, though. Her face is paler than usual, despite being dusted with a layer of makeup. That director, Sato, really must be a slave driver. Despite this, Mom perks up when she smells the enticing aroma of the apple rose tarts.
You don't mind if I try one of these tarts, do you, dear? I know I'm on a diet, but I've been rushed off my feet all day, and I could use something sweet.
Of course I don't mind. Help yourself, Yuki.
Are you sure? Didn't you make these for the girls?
It's fine. They're so good I want to share them with everyone. Says Lucia, who's demolished 5 of those tarts and has already started on her 6th. How many did they make?
Oh, thank you, Lucia. That's very generous of you.
It's no problem.
And it even looks like you've managed to cheer Rie up, too.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Just the silly smile you're trying to hide behind your mug of cinnamon tea.
My shoulders stiffen. My face turns red. Why is Mom so sharp? It's not my fault I'm smiling. I just can't help it. It's because Lucia is always, invariably, so nice to everyone. It's just not how I expected a demon to act, that's all. Though it's unexpected, I can hardly say it's unwelcome. In fact, I'm glad of it. While she annoys me on several counts, I think I like Lucia. I like her enough to not scold her for eating her 7th apple rose tart or talking with crumbs all over her mouth, so my affections must run rather deep. Is this a Yuri visual novel? Is this Yuri bait? Maybe I could even imagine myself, and this is purely hypothetical imagining, mind you, actually being her friend someday. Just maybe.
Rie!
Yes, what is it?
It's going to get dark outside soon.
So it is?
And aren't you forgetting something?
Forgetting what? That we have homework due in tomorrow?
No, not that. That's not important.
I think Ms. Tamura would beg to differ. She's quite a scary teacher. She might be short, but she takes discipline seriously, and her punishments are always severe. I don't think she'd go easy on Lucia just because she's the beloved foreign exchange student.
But I want to go to the festival, Rie. I want to go.
And I want to finish my homework. We can't all have what we want in this world.
But you can finish your homework anytime. I can only go to this festival once, and this is my chance, and you're ruining it. I want to wear the cute Yakuta Kazuki made for me.
Well, I feel my resolve beginning to waver. It is true that homework isn't the most exciting thing in the universe, and it has been a while since I went to a festival. I don't really like festivals that much. They're far too crowded and noisy, and the smell of sweat and frying foods churns my stomach. Whenever I go to festivals, people step on my toes, my hair gets all knotted, and the only thing I think of is going back home to the safety of my room. But I've never been to a festival with somebody my own age before. If Lucia was with me, what would it be like? Would it be any different? Would it actually, finally be fun? Come on, Rie, please, 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 please.
Please?
Dad, what are you doing here? And what are you wearing?
Sorry, Rie. I like festivals too, you know?
I know, you're so predictable. Did he really need to get all dressed up? I don't even know if I want to go.
Let's go to the festival! Festival! Festival!
They're so cute! They're so cute!
Oh, whoops. What are they talking about? Let's go to the festival!
Yay, a festival! We're going to a real festival! Lucia spins about a few times on the spot. The sleeves of her yukata flutter in the wind, and she giggles. I thought Lucia's blonde hair might look kind of weird when contrasted with the traditionally Japanese item of clothing, but it suits her surprisingly well, even if it has been folded the wrong way around. I told her only dead people wore their yukatas like that, but she just smiled and said, since she came from hell, didn't that make sense? I dropped the subject after that. Arguing with Lucia is tiring. Dad picked out some nice colors, and they suit the creaminess of her complexion. I might doubt Dad's skills on most scores, but I shouldn't doubt his fashion sense. He's eerily perceptive when it comes to clothes. You know what? I notice that there are some guys that actually, like, not for themselves, mind you, like, plenty of guys can't dress themselves very well, but I've got a friend of mine, like, he picks out clothes for me better than I can. I don't know what it is. What do you think would happen if you selected homework? I don't know. I don't know. And maybe this could be worth like a second playthrough where I pick some of the other options. Not sure yet. It might be a little embarrassing to admit it, but Lucia looks kind of cute. Aww.
My sweet angels, they're both so adorable.
What is the mom wearing?
I think I have something in my eye.
Dear, you're crying.
I am.
That's right. Would you like a handkerchief?
Thank you, Yuki. It's been so long since I went out with Rie like this. And to a festival, too. I'm getting all emotional.
There it is. There. If you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm here for you.
Thank you, Yuki.
Mom, incidentally, isn't wearing a yukata. Although her parents were really traditional, Mom's always preferred Western clothes. Maybe that's the reason why. She went through a rebellious period as a teenager, where she refused to wear anything other than pants or pencil skirts, and she still hasn't grown out of it. She eats natto all the time, though. She can't get enough of it. My mom is full of contradictions. I mean, that's most people. Also, I think she did some hair chalk in her hair. That's kind of cute, actually. The four of us climb the series of stone steps that lead up to the temple. Lanterns are strung up through the trees, and they blink at us shyly. In less than 5 minutes, we make it to the temple grounds.
Fuck yeah, festival!
I'm so happy we came here. Are you happy, Rie? Well, I glance about the festival grounds. Our temple is fairly small, and, as Dad said, it's pretty old. The roof is filled with holes, and the woodwork is slowly being gnawed away by termites. Thankfully, it's dark now, so it's hard to see what a dilapidated mess the temple is in. Not even the paper lanterns strung up in the trees and around the tops of the stalls are able to illuminate this sad fact. If you've never seen the starry state of the temple under the morning sun, like I have, you'd probably be tricked into believing that this place is nice. Well, I guess I don't have anything against this temple. Spending money at this festival might be a nice thing to do. A small act of philanthropy, if you could call it. It's busy, like I thought it would be, but I can't see any familiar faces. I don't doubt some of my fellow classmates are in here somewhere, but the grounds are so packed it's hard to pick apart individual faces in the throng. I don't like crowded places, but I'm glad for that right now. If I can't see my classmates, they can't see me. What better place to hide a tree than in a forest? The smell of cooking food drifts through the air. Noodles and takoyaki and grilled sweet corn. Though I already ate, it's making me feel kind of hungry. Oh, this excitement is making me feel hungry. I want to eat something right now. Don't you have any self-control? Not at all. And besides... Lucia pokes my stomach. It growls in response like a baited bear, and I blush, batting her hands away. Judging by the sounds of it, neither do you. I'm not hungry. That was just self-defense. Defense? Yes, because you poked me. That isn't fair. You biased the results. It was an outlier. You can try to deny it all you want, but I can tell how you really feel. If you're hungry, you should come and eat something with me.
Let's get the food.
That's right. It's not healthy to deny your body what it wants, Rie. If you're too hard on yourself, you'll never be able to cut loose and have fun. Don't you agree, dear?
That's right. You're plenty responsible as it is, Rie. You should let yourself act like the child you really are for once. All this talking about food has made me hungry. Low-key same. Seeing you happy makes me happy too.
But the food at these stalls are overpriced.
Maybe so, but your smile is priceless.
Then will you let me buy whatever I want?
Of course. Here you go, dear. Dad hands me a few notes and I pocket them.
Thanks, Dad.
I already have savings of my own, but I'm hardly going to turn down free cash. Same. Like, okay, I drove my mom to Temecula yesterday because I didn't really want to go out to dinner, but she was meeting my dad down there and didn't want to take up 2 parking spots because parking there is hell. And I needed to fill up on gas. So I'm like, okay, Mom, let me stop for gas because I drove my car because I didn't feel comfortable driving her car. She gave me $10. Did I pay? Could I have paid for the gas on my own? Absolutely. But if she's offering $10, I'm not going to turn it down. I think Dad's giving me quite a bit, too. How much does he think I'm going to eat anyway? Well, given Lucia's monstrous appetite, it must be rank EX at least. It might be an adequate amount of money after all. You're such a doormat, dear. What do you mean? You're always handing out favors. You're so kind-hearted. But that's why everybody walks over you. But you like being stepped on, don't you? Please don't say things like that in front of Rie, Yuki. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for me, too. I don't want to hear my parents flirting, especially given their flirting is so weird. Talk about nice parents, right? Right, God. Like, when you get, like, nice parents and stuff like this, I freaking cry inside. Is it any wonder I've grown up the way I have when my parents are so dysfunctional? At least they would be dysfunctional if they didn't seem to love each other so much. That's how couples should be, though.
Okay, then, if you really want me to go off and enjoy myself, I guess I have no complaints. Lisi and I will meet you at the gates after the fireworks, alright?
That's fine with me. Have fun, dear. Your father and I will be sure to enjoy ourselves to the fullest, too. With an eerie little giggle, Mom links her arms with Dad's. Now run along, and don't spend your father's money at once. He doesn't have much of it, you know. That was a low blow, Yuki.
Don't worry, I'll try not to bankrupt Dad.
Well, I can do my best, but Lucia doesn't seem to care about the finer points of human financing. She's already started to drool. Yay, food! Me? Lucia and I walk away. We get lost within the crowds almost instantly. It takes me a few moments before I realize Lucia's arm is linked with mine. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, are these the famous takoyakis I've heard so much about?
That's right. Eat as much as you like.
Don't mind if I do.
Hey, be careful. Those are still... Ow! Hot, I was going to say.
3-second rule?
There is no 3-second rule. Food gets swarmed with bacteria the moment it hits the ground.
Especially in a busy place like this. Bankrupt, that's so dark. Yeah, there's like some really weird humor in this. Does that mean I can't eat it after all?
I don't know why you'd want to. It'd make you sick and it'll be stone cold by now.
But it looks so sad like that. I feel so guilty. It wanted me to eat it, but I betrayed its pure and honest feelings. I'm the worst.
If you care so much about that takoyaki's feelings, why are you planning to eat even more of them? I think that's even worse.
You're right, I was being too sentimental, but now I've finally seen the light. I can't become too attached to any one piece of takoyaki, or the others will get jealous. I should share my love evenly. Thank you for the food! And with that, she pops a second piece of takoyaki into her mouth. This time, she's prepared for how hot it is, and she doesn't spit it out in surprise. Instead, she chews on it, a smile slowly blossoming across her face, and then she swallows. God, takoyaki's so good, though. It's so good.
Is it good?
It's delicious. You should try some, Rie.
Alright.
I take one of the sticks of takoyaki and turn it over in my hand. The takoyaki speared on the stick are all fairly uniform, spherical shapes smaller than a clenched fist, but bigger than a marble. Their skins are light brown and they're coated in takoyaki sauce, mayonnaise, spring onions, and dried bonito flakes. The savory smell of the takoyaki drifts through the air. It's comforting, and my stomach starts to rumble again. Embarrassed over my weakness, I bring a piece of takoyaki into my mouth and slip it off the wooden peg.
The outside shell of the takoyaki is light and crispy, and the generous amount of mayonnaise and takoyaki sauce alleviates the dryness of the texture. It's warm, but not overwhelmingly so, and fills my mouth with an array of flavors. It's good, but there's one problem. I've never had takoyaki before, but I trust you. It's really good. If you get a chance to try it. It's real good. The heart of the takoyaki, the most important bit, is barren and empty. It isn't chewy at all.
There isn't any octopus inside my takoyaki.
What do you mean?
It's hollow inside. The vendor didn't put octopus in all the takoyaki. It was probably to save money. Octopus is pretty expensive.
No way, that's so mean. Well, don't Rie, as Lycia Dia Ivlis, daughter of the great Ivlis family, I swear on my good name that I will punish that conniving takoyaki vendor for shaming you so.
Wait a minute, what do you mean?
He will rule the day he decided to trick us. Murder and arson are in a category of their own, but when a mere human thinks they can meddle around with food for a bit of money, that's truly unforgivable.
Lycia, wait, come back.
I reached forward, grabbing hold of her hand. Just in time. If I hadn't, who knows what she might have done. She looks scary. I don't think I've ever seen Lycia so obviously enraged before. Even her eyes are glowing. No, not the octopus! Well, that's literally the whole point of the takoyaki. Like, hang on. I need to look this up so that I don't give wrong information. I think... Yeah, okay. So, just getting it right. So, the taco, T-A-K-O, that literally means octopus. That's literally what it means. I think yaki is like a fried thing or something. I'm not exactly sure, but octopus is literally in the name. So it would be like having like a chicken Caesar salad without the chicken, you know? She looks scary. I don't think I've ever seen Lycia so obviously enraged before. Even her eyes are glowing. Does she really care about food that much? What is it, Rie? Don't you want me to teach that bad man a lesson?
I don't really mind, to be honest. I just don't want to cause a fuss. Besides, the piece of takoyaki you had was fine, wasn't it?
Well, that's true, but it isn't fair. Doesn't it upset you, Rie?
That you had some octopus and I didn't?
That's right. Since you were so nice to me and let me come to the festival, it wouldn't be fair if you didn't get to eat any delicious octopus. I feel bad for you. That takoyaki vendor went too far, tampering with my precious Rie's food. So it's basically yaki. Exactly. So I'm her precious Rie now. When did that happen?
Well, I appreciate the thought, but I don't care that much. I don't even like festivals. I came here for your sake, so it's more important that you enjoy it.
Does that mean you're not enjoying yourself, Rie?
I wouldn't say that. I'm having a good time, really.
And that isn't even a lie. I'm told to placate Lethia's rasp. I am enjoying myself. More than I expected to. Being with Lycia is exciting and, dare I say it, fun. I've only known her a short while, but she's really grown on me. Kind of like a mushroom, but with more blonde hair.
I just don't want you to make a fuss over me. I'm fine so long as you're having fun.
Well, of course I'm having fun.
Because of the food.
No, silly, because you just said that you were.
Lycia.
Anyway, if your piece of takoyaki doesn't have any octopus in it, there's only one solution.
And what's that?
Lycia smiles eerily, in a manner that reminds me a little of my mother, and spears another, now cool, piece of takoyaki from the container resting in my lap. You'll have to eat all this takoyaki until you find one with a bit of octopus in it.
And if there isn't any octopus in any of them?
Then that vendor's corruption really does run deep. Still, he will not defeat us. I have a backup plan.
Really?
Yep, we can just share the piece of takoyaki that I just ate.
How can we share something if you've already eaten it?
I'm not a bird, and I'm not a big fan of regurgitated food. Ah, it's simple. I can still taste that piece of takoyaki. Just a little, and I don't mind sharing that with you. Ah, now I see what she means. If my face was red before, it must be like a beet by now.
No, thank you. I'll pass. I'm just fine.
Your rebate. Delicious. The takoyaki was really delicious. It would have been better if the vendor hadn't ripped us off, though. If they're octopus balls, you should put a bit of octopus into all of them.
That's how the world works, I'm afraid. Capitalism is a sad thing. It brings out the worst in all of us, but it's necessary for our survival.
I don't really get it. It's fine. I didn't think you would. I forget that not all of us have read the Capitalist Manifesto by Alder and Kessel. What the fuck? Why has this 9-year-old read the Capitalist Manifesto? Excuse me? Anyway, I'm still hungry. Still? After you ate all that takoyaki? That's right, the takoyaki was good, but I want to eat something sweet now. You had something sweet to eat before you came here. But that was like 3 hours ago. I'm hungry and I want to try more food at the festival. Can we, Rie? Please, please? I wonder. Ooh, okay. Shaved ice might be nice, but dango might be better. Actually, I'm not very hungry. Well, we're obviously gonna go get some food. Shaved ice or dango? Let's go with shave ice. Ooh, what's this? It's so cold. It's shaved ice. Ice? You mean real ice? Well, it's not pretend ice, if that's what you're asking. Was it harvested from the Antarctic Circle or from the snowy peaks of Mount Everest? Don't be ridiculous. Yeah. I bonk Licia over the top of my head with my fist, and she makes a funny noise. As if anybody would expend so much effort for a cheap snack like this. You get ice when you freeze water, too. Didn't you know? Wait, water freezes? Evidently not. 3 options, baby. What do they teach you in hell anyway? Their curriculum must be even sparser than the top of Mr. Agawa's head. It's always really hot in hell, so things can't freeze. The place is full of fire and brimstone, and there are lakes of lava everywhere. It never snows, and we don't have ice. So you've never had a popsicle before either. What about ice cream? No, never. What a sad life you must lead. I'm not a big fan of sweets, but even I like ice cream. Dad always used to take me out for ice cream sundaes when I was little for father-daughter bonding sessions. I used to love those strawberry sundaes back then, even though I could never finish them on my own. Those are some pretty fond memories. It's kind of sad that Licia doesn't have any such recollections of her own. I take another spoonful of my shaved ice. The ice is cool against my tongue, and it dissolves slowly into a puddle of water. The ice itself is flavorless, but the orange sauce drizzled on top gives it a pleasant aftertaste. This sauce must be pretty cheap and incredibly artificial. I doubt it's ever been within 5 feet of a real orange, but it tastes nice nevertheless. The ice probably helps offset that. So yummy. My mouth feels kind of tingly, though. That's because you're eating it too quickly. You should slow down or you'll get brain... Ow! Freeze. I sigh. It seems my warning came too late. Just like last time. Honestly, you don't learn, do you? I'm sorry, Ria. I just got so excited I couldn't help myself. Yes, that seems to be a running theme with you. Good thing you don't have any anger issues. She's so impulsive, she'd probably raise whole villages with her demonic powers without even pausing to give the matter any thought. I take another spoonful of shaved ice, slowly, with more delicacy than Licia. It's pretty hot and muggy with the festival grounds, so since there's so many people crammed in here, I need to calm myself down somehow. One of the festival lights above my head blinks on and off, the bulb flickering. Looks like it's faulty. What a pain. There are mosquitoes here too. They must have been attracted by the hordes of sweating people, blinking lights, and fast food. They buzz in the air, fat and heavy from an evening of lackadaisical blood-sucking. One of the mosquitoes lands on my neck, and I tut, brushing it away with my hand. At least, I intended to. Ugh. I'm not quick enough. It manages to sink itself into my exposed sin before I'm able to stop it. Why did the shave ice look so spicy? Because it was orange, I guess. I press one hand against my neck, wincing. It's not particularly painful, but it isn't pleasant either. I've been bitten a couple of times today already, and I think this mosquito managed to draw blood from a spot that had already been bitten. Hey, Rie, are you alright? I'm fine. You say that, but you don't look fine at all. Did you get brain freeze too? As if I would. I'm far too responsible for something like that. Then what is it? Was it a vampire? Why a vampire? You're holding your neck like you've just been bitten by something. Well, I suppose Licia's not wrong. In a sense, I was attacked by a vampire. I can't think of many other animals that feed on blood. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It was just a mosquito. Oh, I hate those things. There are a lot of them in hell, too. There's some really, really huge ones, like the size of a grown man's fist, or even bigger. That sounds pretty hellish, all right. Can I see your neck, Rie? Why?
I might be able to make it better. I know a lot of remedies for curing mosquito bites. My mom taught me, and she's super reliable. When she's not wearing maid outfits or schoolgirl uniforms, apparently. I sigh. All right, you can take a look. Just don't do anything weird, okay? As if I would. I just want to look out for you, Rie. Sure, whatever you say. I let my hand fall to my side slowly, hesitantly. Lucia takes a few steps closer to me, her hand taking hold of mine. Ow, this looks bad. It's really red. It must hurt a lot. It's just an ordinary mosquito bite. It's fine. But it's all swollen. It'll go down by itself eventually. No way. That's something only quitters say. And I know you're not a quitter, Rie. We need to do something about this. What do you suggest? You don't know any kind of weird demonic magic to cure mosquito bites, do you? I don't know any magic, but... Lucia's eyes sparkle. I do have this super secret technique my mother taught me. Here. There's something cold in my neck. Something cold and wet. How do you feel, Rie? Is it better now? Lucia? I stammer, incoherent and indignant, as I look down at my front. There, dissolving on my clavicle, the bones slightly raised beneath my flesh skin, is a large blob of strawberry-flavored shaved ice. I shiver, my teeth chattering together. It's cold. It's so cold, I can feel fine hair standing up all over my arms, and tears start to bead in the corners of my eyes. Did you just chip your shaved ice all over me? That's right, isn't it refreshing? Why would you do that? Because you got bitten, obviously. Whenever I get bitten by mosquitoes, Mom always presses a cold flannel against the bite. Isn't shaved ice the same? It's not the same at all. It's completely different. But you said shaved ice would turn into water when it melted. And then there it is, look. It might turn into water, but the orange sauce, it's not just normal water. It's all sticky too. Alicia, you idiot. Ooh. I'm getting a phone call. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. That was my mother. She's on her way home from stuff, and I had to, we're gonna have shrimp scampi for dinner tonight. I requested it because, my parents are very excited that I'm going to be going back to work in Disneyland in a couple of weeks, since it'll be opening up soon. I got my return to work phone call today. So Mom let me pick whatever I want. I wanted shrimp scampi because we haven't had it in a while. What shrimp scampi is, it's a pasta with like shrimp and minced garlic. And I think there's some other stuff in it. It's really good and super simple to make. So my mom called me just to let me know she was on her way home and what does Cole want for dinner because he doesn't really like shrimp scampi. He'll probably have some mac and cheese. And then I need to start thawing the shrimp. So yeah, shrimp scampi, it's a pasta dish with shrimp. I think it's also got lemon and garlic. It's super yummy, like really, really light, very simple to make. Maybe, if you guys are interested, I can post some recipes and stuff in my Discord. There's the link to join my Discord if you are so inclined. That answers my question. Cool. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay on, like, when I see your messages and, like, when it goes up on stream. Hi, Tifo. Welcome to the stream. I'm only going to be streaming for just a little bit longer. I'm going to try to get through the end of this day in the game, and then I'll wrap it up, because my mom's coming home and we're going to have dinner. So I'm going to try to finish this up quickly. I was able to wipe the melting shaved ice off of my neck and chest with a handkerchief that a kindly passing woman gave me, but in the end, the damage was done. My yukata was ruined. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter. I wasn't planning on wearing this thing again anyway. Aw. Rie, when are the fireworks going to start? When the festival's nearly over, I suppose. Aw, that's kind of sad. I want to see the fireworks, but I don't want the festival to end either. All good things have to come to the end. That's just the way of things. I suppose so. I'll have to go home soon, too. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it. Saturday seems so close all of a sudden. Saturday? I thought you were staying here for a week. I am. Then you should be going back home on Sunday. There are 7 days in a week after all. 7? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I've lived in a world with 7-day weeks for 9 whole years. I think I'd know that by now. Wow, that's strange. You mean you don't have a 7-day week in hell? Not at all. We only have 6 days in each week. I think we had a Sunday once, but we got rid of it. We haven't had Sundays for millennia. I guess that makes sense. Not only is Sunday a holy day in some religions, but the number of the beast is 666. Doesn't a 6-day week sound a lot more hellish than a 7-day week? Now that I think about it, there's no reason for hell to be similar to Earth, even if they do have internet access in anime. Simple things like that I take for granted, like the weather, the number of days in a year, and public holidays, might be completely different. Still, I can't believe you looked up all the festivals in the local area, but you didn't think to check how many days in a week we have. I guess it slipped my mind. I'm sure it did. After all, it's only a small detail, completely insignificant in the grand scheme of things, really. Still, she'll be gone on Saturday, will she? I should be glad for this sudden development, but for some reason I feel an unpleasant twisting sensation inside my chest. I don't suppose it makes much difference if Lucia goes home on Saturday or Sunday, but she told me about it so suddenly it's taken me by surprise. Maybe it's because I was having such a nice time. Ah, Rie! Look, Rie, it's starting! Ah! Flowers are blooming in the sky, bright red, yellow, blue, green, and blue. I miss fireworks! No, they're not flowers, they're fireworks. A series of loud, explosive bangs split through the night air, and the crowd cheers in approval. Lucia cheers too, her face illuminated with a whole carnival of colors. Amazing! This is so amazing! Another volley of fireworks sent up into the sky, and they explode in showers of sparks. The popping, banging, and crackling continues, dyeing the night sky in an array of rainbow colors. They're so beautiful! I've never seen anything like it before! Incredible! Incredible! Yet another round of fireworks bursts in the night air, and Lucia giggles, a light, airy giggle that sounds almost euphoric. Rie? She turns about on the spot, the sleeves of her yukata fluttering in the breeze, and looks at me with a smile. Thank you for bringing me here. This is like something from a dream. I'll never forget this moment. Not ever. Aww. Hello, you two. Did you have fun? I had loads of fun. I saw the fireworks and they were like, boom! Lucia throws her hands up and out in the air to demonstrate, and Mom giggles. Yes, I imagine they were. You have such a way with words, Alicia. Thank you, and I got to do lots of other fun things too. Oh, like what? Rie and I ate lots of nice food, and we got to throw hoops, and I made a sugar candy sculpture too. Sugar candy sculptures? That takes me back. I used to like doing those. You need a steady hand, don't you? That's right, I wasn't very good at it, but Rie was. She had such a look of concentration on her face. She didn't get a single crack in her sculpture. Very impressive. Rie has always been a hardworking girl. She will accept any burden, no matter how great. Please, don't let me together with Dad. I'm nothing like him. And speaking of Dad... this is so good. It's delicious. He's smiling to himself, just like a little boy, as he takes mouthfuls of light pink cotton candy. Oh my god. Hi, Azur. Some of the candy is stuck to his cheeks, but he doesn't seem to notice, or if he does, he doesn't care. He's too busy eating his sugar spun treat. Looks like he had a good time. He certainly did. He's a bit of a handful at times, but I wouldn't have it any other way. My Kazuki truly is the cutest. Ah, Kazuki, can I have some of that? I want to try it. Well... I note with a small sigh that the cotton candy isn't the only thing Dad's bought himself. He's also wearing a mask tied to the side of his head, of some kind of character. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like the new princess from that popular movie. Oh god, it is Elsa! He has Elsa on the side of it. How do you play on Twitch? So I'm using a program called Streamlabs by OBS. And so that's how I've got like the layout and everything set up. I put all of the different things into Twitch in the different sources. And it streams it to Twitch. I know that's kind of a vague explanation. I'm not super great at explaining it. There's a lot of YouTube videos that explain how to use Streamlabs. Did Dad really need to buy one of those stupid masks? They're meant for young children, not grown men. And if he absolutely had to buy one, couldn't he have chosen a superhero one instead or something? Well, given Dad is Dad, I don't think a superhero would fit him very well either. A princess, queen rather, like Elisa, is probably the best option. Oh, it's fucking Elsa. It's Elsa. Let it go. Of course you can. I could never deny anything from a sweet girl like you, Licia. Yay, thank you, Kazuki. Cotton candy, let's go! Dad prefers the stick of candy floss, and Licia takes a bite. The candy floss is a soft light pink cloud. It looks hazy underneath the lantern lights, almost like something from a dream. It's studded with light pink cherry blossom petals, which makes it look like a treat suitable for a forest fairy. Ah, it tastes so good. It's so fluffy and it melts away in my mouth like a cloud. This really was the best day of my life. Aww. Here come the let it go memes. The best day. That's right. The day isn't over yet, so you have no excuse. You need to get started on your math homework right now. Huh, Rie, that isn't fair. You tricked me. How did I trick you? You said we could go to the festival. I know. And we did go. We had a fun time. I didn't say you didn't have to do your homework, though. Homework is important, you know? Without it, society as we know it would crumble. Bullshit! Homework is stupid half the time. Wow, this isn't fair! Rie, you're so mean! I might be mean, but this is for Licia's own good. I'm sure she'll thank me for it when she's older. No, that's not how it works. Maybe. God damn it, Tifa! That got me. Okay, I am going to save... I'm gonna save it here. I might come back to this later tonight or tomorrow if you guys are interested in this. Otherwise, I might try one of the other games that I downloaded. As a friendly little reminder, using the service WooVit, I did get this game for free in exchange for streaming it or making a YouTube video. So if you guys are interested, I can continue this later on, or I can move on to a different game next time, because I downloaded 3 different games from that service. Anyway, let me check if any of my friends are streaming right now, and then we can go raid them, because I like to support my friends. Okay, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Mirai Wonder Cafe, my friend Misaki over there, they're doing a weekend full of like different games to play as part of a sub goal. So I'm gonna send you guys over to their stream. So /raid Mirai Wonder Cafe. So yeah, we're gonna go raid Mirai Wonder Cafe. She is playing Bastion right now, and they've got a lot of giveaways and stuff going on. Oh. Thanks, Tifa. I'm gonna throw out my stream ending screen and then we're gonna go raid them. So I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice, nice,